am so excited for today's show. I am so excited to be here with you, Jalen Anthony Rose, because I know you know why I am. But let me just fill in the audience what happened over the weekend. Jalen Rose was trending all over social media, video after video after video of him because of this. I showed this to my friends. I showed this to my wife. No one believes this is real. You tried and missed to hit the golf ball surrounded by thousands of people 8, 9 times? How is this possible, Jill? You're a professional athlete.
So a few things. I had an amazing time, and we'll get to the fact that I actually met the Golden Bear, the GOAT, this weekend. I thought I was trending because I didn't have a fresh cut, because people don't normally see me without one. Then I thought I might have been trending because of my Aiden Hutchinson jersey looks cold.
No.
Then I realized something. Those cameras actually operate internationally. And not only on linear television, but on digital platforms. And all of a sudden, my golf game that I've been hiding from the world, as you know, for the last 12 years doing JRLA golf outings, including last weekend, I got exposed.
Got exposed.
I got exposed, dog. And the crazy thing about it, a few things happen. Number one, these glasses need to become prescription. That's one. Number two, the ball's not moving.
Are we nervous?
The ball's not moving. No, it's just that I was moving my head before I hit the ball. Like, if you notice,
It's bigger than that,
I really thought I put some power into that first swing.
You full.
Look, I tried.
Doug, so I just want to talk to you a little bit because, like, if 4 people I don't know watch me tee off on the golf course, I get nervous because you know I'm a mentally weak athlete. But with all those people watching, after you missed it 5 times, wasn't there a part of you that was like, let me just step away, let me recalibrate, and then let me just make sure I hit the ball?
See, I know the evolution of my golf game is 50 to 75% of the time when I hit the ball, I could go pick it up. And that happened before this, right? I even tried to catch it in the air. And for some crazy reason, I thought about diving for it. I'm like, what am I doing? I let the ball hit the ground, and then I ended up getting a good shot. But then this time on 17, first off, it looked like I'm trying to swing with a toothpick. Now that I look at this, I need a longer club.
You do need a longer club. In your defense, you definitely need a longer club. You
I
definitely need a
see
longer
it right
club.
now. I need a
But
longer
you're not
club.
missing short. You're not missing above the ball. You're missing to the side of the ball. And you're
And
making
also,
a big hole in the same spot every time. You got to make the adjustment, Jalen.
Well, here's the thing, dog. Like, one of my good friends, Marwin, is a landscaper. And I didn't want to destroy the grass anymore. Like, I was destroying the grass.
You did.
That's embarrassing.
Not only that, it's so embarrassing. There's so many people watching that they had to bring in the greatest golfer of all time, arguably, Jack Nicklaus, to come in to give you some tips. That's what it took. That's how bad you were. They're like, we can only fix this with one of the most accomplished golfers of all time. And here's what the Bear had to say to you.
You see this in here? I'm going to take the ball away. Hand is not moving. Swing back.
And swing it.
And the one thing about being an adult, it's almost like when somebody's teaching you something and you want to act like, I know, but you don't know. So you got to listen. And then finally, when I hit the ball, look what happened. I destroyed
like
more grass.
I know. Listen, I went golfing with my son Quincy, who's 9 years old, and we let him hit the ball a couple times. And one time he missed twice in a row. And on the third one, I was like, oh, this is getting kind of bad. But he hit it on the third one and it went much further than yours. You are a grown man, professional athlete, 6'9", and you missed like 7 or 8. Let's just take a look. We have a count. We have a count of how many times you missed. I want to see that.
Yeah, because I didn't count it. I
don't
was
think this
concentrating.
ever happened. So you tell me how many times you miss.
I'm in deep concentration because
That's
I'm no
one.
comedian that day.
2.
Oh, I tried to hit it hard that time. Oh, my goodness.
3.
And Marcellus Wiley right. My right knee ain't cooperating.
4. Nothing is cooperating. I can't believe we get to 5. Okay, and then a 6th time. I like the ball tracer. And this wasn't the only time you did this. Like, look at this other clip of you playing golf the same day before you had the Aiden Hutchinson jersey on. Same event, same day. You also attempted to tee off with a driver and hit it. You did try to dive at that one. Now that look at the body language.
I was so mad at myself. I'm like, man, I'm about to do something spectacular. I'll make a great catch. Why be trying to dive for it? And then I whacked it, though. Look at that.
There you go. I have seen you
get
play
out of
golf.
line,
In your defense.
you get whacked.
In your defense, I have seen you play golf, and you're not that bad. Like, you're not that embarrassingly bad. I've seen you play decently at golf before. This is just amazing.
I want to shout out to the Amazing Blue who were there to represent. I want to shout to the Sparty that was there to represent. The Red Wings, got to go see them play. You and I got to go see our guy Dylan play.
Let's go.
Beast, right? But I wish the headline was that I met Jack. And so, like, it's like meeting Jordan, right? The GOAT. Tom Brady, the GOAT. Tiger Woods is the most talented golfer ever. But guess who has the most championships still?
That man right there.
That man right there. And you know what else, Jacoby? He told me. Guess what he told me?
What did he tell you? Besides hit the ball with the club, what else?
I know, yeah. And he got people $2 beers. He's the best. And he made a great little putt. You know what I'm saying?
Get him,
like,
Jack
hey, y'all,
Nicklaus.
let me just think about this. It's hard being a celebrity golfer. I remember watching him thinking, like, everybody literally expects him from like 300 feet to put the ball in the hole. You know what I'm saying? Like, if a celebrity basketball player shows up, we can do some dribbling moves, we can shoot, maybe do some dunks. You know what I mean? I know I ain't gonna miss every jumper. You know what I mean? And so for him to make a long putt and give everybody $2 beers, it was great. But like, he told me that he watches us every day. And he also told me that he's gonna come on our show. So when we have things that we want to discuss, I know there are some great analysts in the history of golf. And I need to get with my brother, the world's greatest caddy, Michael Collins. He got to give me some lessons. And SEMA, PGD, I need some lessons. Megatron, I need some lessons. I can't be as bad as Charles. Charles went and got his lessons.
I know. Yeah,
Charles stepped his game
yeah.
up. I got to step my game up.
You really do have to step your game up because there were some comparisons between you and Charles Barkley, not in the basketball world or in your careers. You're both great analysts, but he did change his swing. Like, he's not that guy anymore. You know what I mean? You are still this guy, unfortunately.
He said he's not that guy anymore.
Well, Jalen, at your celebrity golf outing, we had a great time, and more importantly than that, we raised a lot of money for the Jalen Rose Leadership Academy. So you don't have to be a good golfer to do great things on the golf course. Let's move on to some other action from the sports world this weekend. They actually came out with a ranking, and NFL players ranked NFL players. The number one player in the NFL, according to his peers, was Tom Brady. I was absolutely shocked like that. I could probably think of 3 or 4 other quarterbacks I'd rather have start a game for me if I needed to win one. However, he also discussed his sort of absence from Bucks camp of late, and here's what he had to say.
It's all personal, you know, everyone's got different situations they're dealing with, so we all have really unique challenges to our life, and, you know, I'm 45 years old, man. There's a lot of going on, so, you know, you just gotta try to figure out life the best you can, and, you know, it's a continuous process.
Well, we're not here to speculate on the reason why he was gone That's because we're serious journalists. However, my co-host says I am. What do you have to say, Mr. Rose? You're the
He
best.
basically said what you live each and every day. I got a wife and kids, y'all. I'm 45 years old. Like, they have personalities, schedules, expectations of me as a parent, and I'm still trying to play football. Now, just think about this, Jacoby. The one thing being an athlete allows you to do is quote unquote retire young. So then you get a chance to invest those years back into your family.
Yep.
And normally the lifespan of an athlete, 3 to 5 years maybe, hopefully playing into your late 20s or even your early 30s. If you play in your late 30s, like, it's an all-time win. It changes your family body clock when you play until you're 45. You see what I'm saying? And that's what he was talking about. And that's what I heard. Like, there's a reason, y'all, I tried to retire the last couple of years, and I just couldn't because I'm too good still. I'm too good. He should have won MVP last year. He should have been MVP. He was first in yards and TDs. He was. And so now under Todd Bowles, who's going to do an amazing job leading that football team, and we got to go see him too. That's my guy. I'll just tell you this, and shout to Larry Foote on the coaching staff. Tom Brady's like, y'all ain't got to worry about me. Worry about the injuries on the offensive line. Let's get us healthy. Their defense is going to be stupid this year, physical and fast. They'll be an elite defense. So he'll be just fine. And I appreciate his honesty.
I do appreciate his honesty as well. And while we don't know the severity of the events that led to him taking this absence, it was team approved. He did retire this offseason and then decide to come back. So there's certain allowances that come with that as well. But when we see him on the football field, we will. And I can't wait for that. Jalen was in action, Tom Brady was in action, and so was that man, Giannis Antetokounmpo, dominating Europe. We'll break that down right after this. You're watching Jalen Jacoby. Giannis Antetokounmpo, he was going head-to-head against the Joker, 40 points in a loss. However, this time, he and Greece going up against Belgium. He had 26 points. He had 7 rebounds, and they got the win. What do you think about Giannis playing in Europe in this sort of FIBA qualifier versus what we see from the domestic players playing in Summer League games?
So I want to just make sure I say this out loud. Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors won their 4th championship this year. The Joker won his 2nd MVP, back-to-back years. Kevin Durant got eliminated in the first round, but he's still a part of the conversation. Joel Embiid's team lost. He was injured. But that's still the best player in basketball.
I know where you're going, and you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
So here's what happens when you're tall, right? It's a David versus Goliath thing. It's almost like being a parent. And then you start to realize, my kids don't realize that I'm also a chauffeur. I'm also a sponsor. Like, wait a minute, they don't really know everything I bring to the table. That's like Giannis. Like, arguably the best defensive player in the game. On any given possession, can literally guard 5 people. He could guard a point guard out on the floor at the 3-point line, contest a shot, block a shot, stop him from driving around him. He can also contest a lob to DeAndre Ayton in the NBA Finals, and then run the fast break and catch a lob from Drew Holiday to finish it. He has improved his post game, his free throw shooting, his 3-point shooting, gotten a lot stronger, become a better leader, and invested in Milwaukee so very much that they ended up winning the championship with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and the Big O sitting on the front row. So I can't wait till this season starts because I see a level of ferocity in Giannis, remembering that they lost last year to a team that made the finals and the Bucks didn't have Chris Middleton.
Well, not just that.
Jonathan is going to come back and be dominant as always.
He's sitting there thinking, we lost to the team that played the Warriors in the finals, and Grant Williams took 17 threes and hit like 9. You know what I mean? Like, Grant Williams had he probably will never hit more threes in the rest of his career. Well, I think he is a good player. That would probably be the most threes he ever hits in his career. You know, in the Bucks locker room, they're like, I can't believe that just happened. I cannot believe that just happened. But as you mentioned, that can fuel you during the offseason. Now, we watch the Joker and Giannis play in Europe, and we've been watching lots of players play in the Drew League, playing in crossover, and we had the crossover championships. And guess who took home the chip? Jamal Crawford. Of course he did. Dropped 34. Dropped 34. Look at these highlights, though, Jay. He got it.
Jay, crossover. And the crazy thing, Jacoby, how many people retire in the final month in Phoenix of his, in theory, when he was playing at practicing and playing at an elite level in the league? He averaged 40 his final month. 40. He's the only player in the history of the NBA to score 50 points for 4 different teams. The only player in the history of the league. And so I am not surprised to see the Wolverine representing Seattle, knocking down threes in his championship game. Yeah, LeBron showed up. Check, get well soon. Paolo, the #1 pick. My brother DeJounte Murray, can't wait to have him on the show. All of these great stars were there. But when it was time for the championship, Jay Crossover put up the big numbers and took home the trophy.
Yeah, I've watched this event evolve over the past like 7 or 8 years. It's so good to see these highlights with the fans packed. It's so good to see the lines outside to see LeBron James. And a lot of the stuff we've seen from James Harden this summer have been him working out with Sam Cassell, talking about how he's getting back in shape. But not this weekend. It was the birthday weekend, and he was partying. And this clip went viral. He did not throw his cake into the ocean. You can't just pick up a cake like that. That is a cardboard replica of a cake. I want to make that very clear. What do you think about tossing the cake in the ocean?
Thank you for saying that. Because as soon as he would have moved it, it would have tipped and fell over. You notice it's one piece.
Frosting all over his hands. Like, you can't just pick up a cake like that, dog.
But I got a conspiracy theory for you. Ooh. Most people look at the headline and don't read the story. So if you're James Harden, you continue the summer of being in the gym, and I threw away the cake because I'm watching my diet.
Empty calories. Empty calories. Can't do it. I had a kale smoothie. Kale smoothie. All you had, I'm sure, that night was kale smoothies. You know what I mean?
Also,
protein bars.
And also, shout to young legend Lil Baby. I told you I got a chance to talk to him at my good friend Tom Gord's owner of the Pistons house when he's performing for the team. And I need more friends to show up for me like this. You know what I mean? And here's the crazy thing. I was thinking, Jacoby, I was like, I've been giving people money at least 30 years. You know what I mean? I can't recall the human being that showed up with a bag for me.
No,
you know
never.
what I'm saying?
Oh, never.
You know what I'm saying?
Every once in a while, I might split lunch with you. That's my version of giving you $250,000. I'll be like, you know what? I'll buy this $30 lunch today, Jalen. You don't worry about that. But when we have a $400 dinner, you can take that bill. Big shout to Lil Baby. Big shout to James Harden.
No
Big
doubt.
shout to you, Jalen Rose. We'll be back right after this. You're watching Jalen and Jacoby. What you're about to watch is Blooper, the Atlanta Braves mascot. Remember, he's the Braves mascot at a Falcons game during an exhibition against children, just giving everybody the Derrick Henry. Jalen, is Blooper overdoing it here?
He's not overdoing it. It's a boss move. They got on helmets and shoulder pads. They're trying to learn how to play the game. That's how it is when you're playing against older kids. It's no different than blocking young people's shots or crossing them over or dunking on them. It's the same thing. You got to show them that it ain't easy. I ain't mad at this at all. Somebody got to go after them legs.
Blooper's pretty quick, man. Blooper turned that corner.
And strong.
Look at that. Look at
And
Blooper's
strong.
legs. Like, he's moving that fast in a
like
mascot
Jonathan
uniform.
Taylor out there.
Yo, Blooper would definitely beat me in a 100-meter dash, and if I had a 20-yard head start, and he was in the mascot outfit. I'm telling you. He went viral over the weekend, but nothing from the weekend that went viral is better than this. You attempting to hit a golf shot. Jalen, just walk it through us one more time. Walk.
So basically, I'm having a great time, first off.
Yeah.
I appreciate being invited, raising a lot of money for Flint and surrounding areas. Second, I literally thought that I was about to whack the ball. And before I shot it, I had the nerve to tell people to watch out. I was like, I don't want to hit nobody. I don't want to hit nobody. That's all it is. And it looked like I'm swinging a toothpick. Help your brother out. You know what I'm saying? Dylan Larkin, we got to go see him. We got to check out my guy, Anthony Dirrell. He's fighting on Deontay Wilder's card. The Golden Bear was there. Charlie Bell was there. It was a great event. Kim Moore was there. It was awesome.
I really feel like Aiden Hutchinson sees this footage and is like, take my jersey off, Jalen. Take my jersey. Seriously, he's like, don't be doing that in my jersey, all right? Don't be doing that in my jersey.
I can catch now, Aiden, you know, and I used to be a defensive end. Ed Too Tall Jones, crushing Q.